Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly Upstream Marketing Council meeting. We abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct and Guidelines during this meeting. Be nice to everyone, and if you don't want anything to get recorded, please don't say it on the call. So let's begin with, we have all the familiar faces here. Still then I'm posting the docs. Please add your name to the attendees list if you haven't yet. And let's begin with all we have for this thing. Yeah, so first one is obviously I've updated that. The first big win is the second part of the Meta Contributors blog series is up for reviews in SIG ContribEx. So if anyone wants to take a look and add some reviews, please do it. I'll be putting the placeholder PR today itself, and then I guess it will be out by Monday. So this will be, I guess, posted both in KDiv and as well as kids.io website. So that's it on this. If anyone has any questions or anything, please go ahead.
You posted about this in you posted about this in Slack, right? Was there an ask that you had for us? Just reviewing if anyone wants to. Just that?
Yes. I posted it, I guess, a day ago or 2 days ago might be. I think Ray had taken a look. Like I saw some of the changes. Thanks,
I made
Ray,
some changes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Mostly just copy.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. So just if anyone wants to do reviews.
Yes, and yeah, another important thing that I want to add on this blog series is as we are doing this APAC series, we are trying to be as much as possible gender inclusive, but it's pretty much difficult for us, to find contributors out of this he, him pronouns. So, we tried hard this time, but we didn't find much people in the Australian New Zealand region also. And at presently, we are reaching out to contributors in China. There's a similar kind of problem, though we got some of the people with other pronouns, but they choose to be, called out from US rather than from China because they are working full time in US. So yeah, there's some problems like this. Also, with China blog, we have one important update is I personally talked to some of the contributors who have been awarded as contributor award community awards, but they aren't very good fluent in English. So we were also trying to get hold of some people who could help us put this Chinese blog that we will be writing at present in the regional language also. But they pretty much we have a large contributor base in China, and a few part of it doesn't adhere to the English speaking so that's a big update from here. And also another big wins and update was the Slack ContribComs thing has been updated. We have new members. Welcome everyone. And yeah, so we have the marketing council has some of the new members, and I would suggest you to add yourself under the storytellers or the marketing council doc we have in the charter. We have the doc, so feel free to add yourself there. I think that's it. And also the editorial board part, that's been removed and closed. So we now have only one project board, that is project board 39. So that's us, and you could check. I keep on updating that every week, and that's pretty much from my side with updates and big wins. If you have anything that I missed, do add it. And
one other question on the APAC blog thing. If folks have suggestions of people that should be featured or want to help with reviews or anything really, who should they reach out to? Who all is part of that effort?
Okay, so you could reach out to me and Priyanka, as well as we have, just let me put that doc here. We have a really good documentation regarding that, and also a Slack thread that has been ongoing since the process started. So I'm posting both of them. just yeah, I posted it in the docs. So if you want to, so that's it. That's where we have a tracking sheet of people who are reaching out, and we also have a potential list of reviews. Also, that gets updated. Like presently, we take help of DevStats to get hold of the contributors, and also we go through the community awards if we find someone who has been awarded. And sometimes people don't get listed in DevStats for non-code contributions, but they are good contributors. So we also keep in mind about that. But yeah, we really need help about being gender inclusive. So if you could help, if you have any leads, please reach out to me, or Priyanka, or anyone, or just reach out in SIG ContribEx if you know any of the like person in a pack region. You want them to be in this blog. We are happy to mention.
That's true. I guess at contributor comms would now get to at least some of the right people, right?
yeah. A lot of people in contrib comms are actively involved in this. Like I could name like all the folks like Athava, Avinesh, Purneshwar, Pritish. They have all been involved with this Meta Contributor blog series at some point of time. So yeah, it's you could just do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it about big wins here.
Oh, and one other thing on the you mentioned that the update to the Marketing Council has been merged, and if folks want to go in and add themselves to roles on there, you are most welcome. And if you have ideas about how it could be clearer, if you're like, I wish that it told me a little bit more about this or that or something, please let us know, because we want to make sure that that's a useful resource for you all. The page GitHub repo for our group, we want to make sure it's a useful repo for you, and that adding yourself to a role there is helpful to you in some way. So do let us know if you have feedback. And congratulations on closing the editorial board.
Yeah, that's a big thing done. Yes, so I guess that's it for big wins. If anyone has anything else, or we could just move on. Let's move on to the campaigns in progress. So the big campaign in progress is the mentorship coordinator thing. So I'm working on that. I've made a spreadsheet. You could just give a look to that. Don't go to the first part, go to the second sheet. The first sheet hasn't been done that. Go to the sheet 1. So I've started with all those like mentorship deadlines, or the timeline in which this mentorship happens. And LFX, in most of this mentorship thing, CNCF has been actively involved, and since CNCF is involved, so Kubernetes at times gets involved in that. But like we have a mismatch of things, like people don't submit proposal on time, and I've seen this time, people submitting too late. Fortunately, like Nate and Ihor have been very cordial there, and they take all those things if you submit late also. But yeah, so the very motive behind this is to make SIGs aware. Like as mentorship coordinator, I'll be reaching out to SIGs in the SIG meetings itself, and making them aware about it. And if they have anything to put out as a project proposal for the timeline, then I'll be noting that down. And also, we get a lot of folks who come to us as new mentors, but the bigger problem is here, they just, after the mentorship period is over, most of them stop contributing, and like we have to look into that problem. And yeah, so the majority part will be helping the new contributors like to get adapted to the community, and to look beyond the project what they are working on, because it's basically these projects are very this project are important projects, and sometimes they have a lot of work to do in this 3 months, but after the 3 months they just feel like they don't have any more work left. So yeah, the major motive behind it is to make them aware that we have a large community, we have things happening here, come and join us. So yeah, that's part. But it's largely it has not been outlined properly. Me and Paris will be having a lot of discussion. So if you have anything to add here, please you're welcome to add anything. And if you have been a mentee previously with CNCF or with Kubernetes, and you have some points to add, you're welcome. Like suggestions are welcome, and yeah, obviously new people could suggest better than us.
So you mentioned that people are welcome to get involved with this. Are there also particular things that people can do to help out with this at the moment, or that we should keep an eye out for in the near future?
So at present, we are taking up suggestions. If you have any suggestions for the particular mentorship coordinator role, because we don't know if it's going to be a single role or multiple roles to help with, because as the mentoring sub project is getting changed and it's out of scope for upstream marketing at some point of time. But yeah, reaching out, since it involves reaching out to folks and connecting with folks and making folks aware about things. So in that part we come handy. So that's why, like at present, I welcome suggestions, and as soon as more developments will come up on, like I will be writing a docs specifically for this particular role and everything. Josh and Paris are quite involved in this, and we'll be moving ahead with that. So,
Oh, I have another campaign in progress we can talk about. You're ready to move on to the next thing?
I don't remember any campaigns in progress. From release team point of view, we might get a blog about removable and deprecations for reviews in future. I'm working on that blog part. So yeah, that's also a campaign in progress if you want. And obviously, as the blog comes out, we need to communicate about it. So yeah, we have enough time for that. Like it's nothing for now.
The other thing I was going to mention is our thing that we were talking about last time, the last couple of meetings on communicating to release team members that there's that survey that comes out at the end. I did put in a tweet request for that, but then we were debating when it should go out. And honestly, I lost track of it.
Yeah, that PR is already there. Yeah, it should be mentioned in campaign.
I don't think it's gone out.
No, I think it's too early.
Yeah, it's not the end of the cycle anyway. So if it went out right now, people would be like, oh, great. And then forget about it. But it is there, ready and waiting. I'll put the link to that in our group here. Oh, yeah, it looks like there's a nice conversation on here now that I totally lost track of a week ago. We had also been talking about the idea for that blog on the other release team thing.
Yes,
communicating with
about the
new members.
Shadows thing.
Yeah, the shadows.
And we have two things up there, like what if you're not selected, and second thing is the survey thing. When the survey comes out, we need to communicate people that the survey is there. So those two things, I think they are scheduled for month of April. We need to think about those in the beginning of the April, as I think is release is scheduled in mid-April, April 19th, 20th. So those are, like, I have put all those things in project boards. So yeah, not of immediate concern, but yes, we have to look out for them.
Awesome. I was just going to ask if we had a plan for when we needed to make progress on the shadow communications question, because we discussed writing a blog post by the release team lead and emeritus lead on that to remind everyone what that project is. So we'll try to make progress on that in April. And it looks like someone added another thing for us to talk about here.
I think it's Pritish who was on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so in the last meeting, we were discussing about the tweet automation workflow using N8N, and this week, like, I wasn't able to do much thing because I had my semester exams going on, but I reached out to the N8N team, and I think their CEO replied that we can do the same, like we can schedule tweets. Even he uses a workflow to schedule his tweets, and also we can make threads. So it's possible to use N8N. I just have to confirm about the whether we have some free plan or we have to deploy it somewhere. So
So what kind of note should I write for that? Is that so? It sounds like you're making progress on how we would actually use it.
Not how can we use it, but we can use it to implement those functionalities.
Okay. Determine that we can use it to implement some of the missing functionalities. So what's next? Is that going to be like a
Yes, I'll be going through documentation as well as like reaching out to the team for like uh, what type of plans they have currently. So I'll be documenting all those together, and next week I hope I'll be able to come up with something so to
like a
demo.
prototype kind of thing?
Right.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Also, yeah, great work, I would say. Also, I would suggest you to start a thread in SIG ContribEx itself and tag Christoph and Nikita as they are the tech lead for us, and they might be able to give you some suggestion as you go ahead with that. And yeah, keep on with your work. As soon as you progress, keep updating the thread, because I think we need some technical expertise, and at present in this group I feel like it should go through the tech leads, so it's easier for us and the things get done quite quick.
Right.
So yeah, I would
Also,
suggest you just go ahead.
yeah. Also, I think Chris was playing with this tool, and since now he's not doing well, so like afterwards, I'm also going to ask him if he has some suggestions or something, because last week he also downloaded the desktop application, and yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. I think a thread in ContribEx would do the work. Just mention everything. Just CC everyone, and yeah, CC tech leads. I
Okay.
would. Someone was. Yeah, Pritish, go ahead.
Oh, no, I wasn't telling
Yeah.
anything.
So I see Atharva has something out there. Atharva, if you could speak out about it.
Yeah, I found out a new tool about of Microsoft. I it's really versatile because, but it has a I think it has a steep learning curve, but the features it could provide is pretty vast, because uh, there's literally everything I could go with. Means I was thinking of uh, review revamping all the workflow, not just not I asked Chris before about the GitHub workflow, so he said we could try something new. So what I could search on was this Microsoft workflow, and it has pretty much every possible integration. We can add conditions to it, like if this happens we can do this, we can provide this workflow, or if this does not happen, if something fails, we can do something else. So it has pretty much everything. So I still am not sure if it is free for the enterprise version, so I need to check on that. But yeah, it has great features.
What's the name of the tool again?
You
Yeah,
can
could
search
you
on
please share it?
Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft workflows, or wait, uh,
Oh,
I'm working on a Google Doc as well, regarding all the tools we come across. So I'll be posting that link in the doc, this meetings doc
Yeah,
as well.
cool.
This
oh,
is
so is it Power Automate tool of Microsoft? Like,
I've pasted
thing. Okay.
it in the chat.
Oh yeah, it's the Power Automate tool.
No, it's flow dot automation, flow dot
Yes,
Microsoft.
yes, Power Automate. Okay.
So this is a an automation tool, kind of like,
Yeah,
are we looking
it's-
for a replacement to like GitHub Actions kind of
yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Very
exactly.
okay.
I
Very
was not
like
able to say
general.
that correctly, but
Just confirming. That's what I thought you said,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
because we can code what exactly we want as well. There's something related to JSON and APIs.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Just like the proud jobs things we do.
Yeah, but we can produce multiple workflows in just one single platform.
Okay. Okay. So
I
I
yeah,
had talked to Rajula. Okay, go on, Athu. Sorry.
oh,
No,
I was telling it has no free plan, but the lowest plan is $15 per month.
yeah, so
Let's
are we going to, means, is there any thing that we provides us something like this which costs money?
Right. We have some budget, which I guess would be primarily managed by the chairs like Bob Killen. And so if this is a tool that we decide we really, really want to use, and we can clearly explain these are the reasons we want to use it and why we think it's the best tool for that job, we can make that case to them and ask for the budget to do this. So it's a possibility if it seems like a tool that we really could use.
Yeah, but if it's possible through N10, then it's totally fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should try out all the possibilities. Let's
yeah.
yes.
try
I'll
it
post
out.
the document. It's just some text now, but I'll be updating it.
Yeah. Thank you
Oh,
so
we-
much for
we-
starting to document this stuff. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about.
So basically, I talked with Rajula earlier, and he had sent me this. I'll put it down in the chat. Basically, this issue leads to the .wit framework that we're currently using for scheduling our tweets. And this is an ongoing issue, in fact. And if we can work into this, and it has some features like to write threads, doing replies, and scheduling, and other images, and a lot of stuff. They're like thought about it, and they're doing this kind of an umbrella issue. And maybe folks can work into it. We can like integrate other stuffs into the current workflow also, rather than just going to a new workflow. But yeah, a new workflow is always appreciated if it's easier. And so yeah, so this was something I got from Rajula, and if folks want to work into it, we can like collaborate. I didn't find any time earlier, but yeah, I'm ready to do it now.
So you talked with Rajula about updating our existing automation, which is also a possibility.
Yeah, I basically reached out to him for that open shadow role which was there.
Right.
And there he told me about like what happens for the Legend team or yes, something like that. And I just like asking him if there's any open issue or something, any task I need to work upon, and he led me to this link. This kind of an open link for anyone to work on, and maybe this is interesting also.
Cool. Thanks. I'll write that down.
Posted the link. Just needs to get updated. Pritish or anyone else, you can update all the work there as well.
I see this as a lot of updates. Like I would suggest, we have a bi-weekly meeting the next week. So if you folks are working and if you could come up with something substantial, we could discuss this in the next bi-weekly meeting. And obviously, I hope some of the tech leads to be present there also. And these are the folks who will first approve before we go to the chair regarding this. And yes, we have budget, as Kathleen suggested. So yeah, thanks for working on this. This has been a long thing that's going on, and Kasdan and Chris have to review a lot of PRs and merge them. So yeah, if this automation things works out, it will make our work a lot easier.
It's funny how the lack of automation creates more work that you should be using to create automation, but then you don't.
Great
You really
update
need
on
to have
this.
something like a thread.
Yes. So yeah, I think that's it for campaigns in progress.
So I'm writing down an ask, by the way, for Pratish, Atarva, and Perniswar for the three of you to work together to work on a doc to show us all the options that you're working on.
Yes, and to put it in the ContribEx and start a thread along with tagging the right people, so it would also help. They could get a track of it.
Who do we need to CC? Nikita?
Christoph and Nikita, the tech leads, as well as the chairs, Bob and Alison.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get that list of people they should share it with. What was that again?
I think it's
Nikita,
Bob, Nikita and Christoph, the tech leads.
Awesome, thank you.
And Alison, yeah. Two chairs and the two leads. Yes. Good.
Or I came across another solution, but I don't know if it's possible. The automate.io has something for the issue. Wait, I'll post it just now. About I guess making and sending an email as soon as there is a tweet PR available. I'm currently unsure of Deba, you talked about it in the last one. Yeah, so I'm still unclear about that thing.
That issue is whenever there is something like there is some updates in the mailing list. Usually we get updates whenever there is some release team updates. We get some deprecations or some new KIPs updates we get in the in our mailing list. David, they contribute. So we wanted to automate the process. Like as part of evergreen tweets, we don't usually tweet everything, and sometimes it usually don't come out to us as a pretty straightforward thing that it's important to tweet. So the major point here is to automate this workflow, like from mailing list to tweet. So it's like if there is a mail that's coming out, if it gets out in Kates.contributors, or there should be some gatekeeping, like it schedules the tweet itself, and as soon as we approve it, the tweets gets out, like we get a large mail. So the thing is, if you could summarize that part, as we have automatic summarizers or something like that. So that is the main automation part, getting the mail into 280 characters and keeping it as a scheduled tweet. If you approve, it gets out as a tweet. That's the whole plan of automation there.
Yeah, I'm imagining this could work. Basically, you would have some tool that notices when a new email goes out to the KDev, whatever it's called now, email list, and then like grabs the subject line and makes a new tweet issue or PR in our GitHub repo and says, hey, there's a new message in KDev. Here's the subject. Go check it out at link or something like that.
Yeah. Any kind of such automation would like obviously keep us on track, and we would be able to just post it.
Okay.
Like there are some important KIPs that get discussed and that comes out in the mailing list, but we don't usually send PRs about it, tweet about it, and it should be said to make people aware. But yeah, so that's the whole point of view regarding this. Yeah, I think yes, lot of work here. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it for all the campaigns in progress. I see Pritish adding some things on like new items. One of them is regarding the NCW and one is regarding. Okay, so regarding the new contributors workshop one, that's been taken care of by vendors, outside vendors. So we don't need to worry about it. This what communication I got from Paris. I'm just passing it out. So yeah, this is what
Cool.
is happening at present with new contributors workshop. So we don't have to worry about any of the PRs that's open regarding it or any of the slide deck or anything. That will be getting done soon. And regarding this thing, stuff to surface for current contributors. I just don't understand this.
So you said on the new contributor workshop thing, there's nothing in particular we need to do at the moment. This PR
No,
is
we have some third-party vendors who are hired to get this thing done. So yeah,
Right.
that will be done by them.
right. So this issue, should we close it or leave it alone for a while?
No,
Until we see what's going on.
just leave it as it is. As soon as they come up, they take up. So yeah, I think this thing I also didn't get much about it. I think Paris is talking about adding these things to kits.dev to make it more easy for developers to find it. Is this what?
I think she worded it vaguely intentionally, just to be like, these are things that contributors need to know about. Contributor comms, go figure that out. Because that's what she likes to do.
Okay, so the individual items are, I mean, it's not self-descriptive. So that's what like is acting as a blocker right now.
Okay. So we should probably work with Paris to learn a little bit more about them. And
yeah, there is
get
a
some
doc link to it.
resources.
And as soon as you go to the doc, it's all about contributor side strategy. So basically, it's about getting to add things to contributor site. And fortunately, at present, we are leading this effort of getting the contributor site overall. And I see some of the folks working on there, like the technical writers that are hired for this particular work. So they are doing that job, and we get reviews. We get some of the things to review every 2-3 weeks. So I think this is also getting taken care of. But if you see something that you think you could add it to the contributor site, yeah, you are always welcome to open a PR under kits.io. Sorry, it's like kdev. Yeah.
So you said some of
The
the work
contributor
was
site.
in progress on this already, but if people wanted to get involved with it and weren't sure what the ask was, I guess they would ask Paris.
Yeah, they would ask Paris, or if you don't find that thing, if there is something written about it, the source that you don't find, obviously, you can just start a PR industry.
So Deba, as you told, like, is someone already working on it? Like, because I can see any new PRs in the contributor site repository.
Yeah, so there is no PRs now. These things are maintained in Google Docs and something like at present. Yeah, like I remember 2 meetings back, there was Eric who was present in the meeting, and he just asked us to review a whole drive that has a lot of contents that he is trying to write, and I think people got into that and reviewed that, but I don't know what's the update. It's also there in like SIG ContribEx, but yeah, it's being taken care of. And also, I think 2 days back, Carlos had similar issue that he was not able to find it, and Bob had this. If you go to the thread and read about it, it says like, these things are getting taken care of, and we are doing an whole website edit for kids.dev.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I went through that thread earlier. Oh, right.
Yeah. So if you see this thread, so there's a lot of things that we
Can you
discussed.
post the thread? Yeah.
Yeah, just a minute.
I'm wondering if we need to do something to shepherd some of this work into a location where people know that it's happening.
Yeah.
And I
So the
guess Slack
problem
counts,
here
but
is all the content inside the contributors KDev site is not present on this contributor site repository. It is present somewhere else. It is either in the K community or K website, but it's not present in K contributor site. Only the blogs, the APAC, the one of the APAC blog and the other blogs that happens in the KDev website, they are present in the contributor site repo, but other things are not present. So once it is installed locally, all the files are generated or imported from either K website or other repositories. So that's why it's very hard to find where exactly we could edit that thing, that content.
Okay. I guess
So
this
I've
has
made an
been
issue.
yeah.
So
So regarding these issues, what we find is like I also had a lot of issues regarding this, like it's a boilerplate that comes up. But this has been done solely to help with the low contributor status we have. Like you don't have to go and update every time there is new changes. So we tried to automate that thing in KDevs. And initially KDev came up as a very swift process. Like we just wanted that thing to happen, and within a very short period of time, KDev was made. So that's why a lot of the things has been auto-generated from the other contents like that are present in K website and everything. So that's why we are going for an overhaul thing. But this automation has been in place for a reason, because we don't have specific set of developers that contribute to like Kubernetes site, as there are an active set of develop like maintaining and keeping up with Kubernetes/website. So most of the things have been, just when you update K website, it like comes up something like that. Part of automation works there. So I think we could
Also,
get
one more thing.
more and yeah, go on.
So remember we used to like maintain a Google sheet where like all the sub projects and initiatives were like bring tracked down. So I think folks like working on the contributor documentation issues, I think we can share the sheet with them so that they could also update, because that's where we are tracking stuff.
Yes, with this sheet, what Priti shared, like the sheet came up, this sheet was like abandoned, and it came up as group mentoring with Paris and some of the folks here. So we maintain that sheet with some of the issues of contrib comms, and like literally every sub project under the ContribEx is maintained there. So if someone is actively maintaining the contributor site part, because I have left maintaining the contributor comms part, because now I focus on the project board and it's everything there on the project board. So it's easy for me to take reference. But if someone is really maintaining that, yeah, it's good to share. But again, it's on the people. Like if they want to update there, or the person who is maintaining the whole spreadsheet thing has to go through the issues regularly in a period of interval and maintain that.
I don't
Right.
think it has
So
been updated a while.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what. And yeah, good point, Athava. I think we could keep it as an agenda for the bi-weekly meeting, as I also feel that this communication needs to go out that we are working on KDev overhaul. And if you want to review anything, if you want to add anything, just come up and in the community you could do. I think Eric is the right person to reach out to regarding this. Like he is doing all the
Eric
work.
and Jeffrey too.
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
Eric and Jeffrey, they are the folks doing those works, and they usually post docs and drive links, which are obviously very difficult for us to review. But yeah, Paris does a lot of review there, and also Bob, they're involved in a lot of reviews. I think Chris has also done a lot of reviews on that thing. But yeah, it is an ongoing process. This process is ongoing.
So if people want to keep track of what's going on with that, we've got the Slack thread. Is there, and it sounds like the regular ContribEx meeting is where this is being discussed mostly?
Yeah, usually Eric comes up and gives us something to review. And I think every bi-weekly meeting he has been present since last 1 month or 2 months. So, yeah, keep an eye on the bi-weekly meeting.
Awesome, thank you.
So where can I exactly find the automated thing of the dev site to other resources? Is it present somewhere or?
So it must be present in the repo itself. Just I want to. Also, not that much clear about that whole website thing because I only posted.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah, let me help you async after this meeting, finding that part you are not getting. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move into open action items. If you have any, if anyone have, or like we have discussed a lot under campaigns in progress. Yeah, I don't see any open action items.
Check through last week's open action items.
I'm starting mine in March. I have one. I have one, but I'm starting it in March. It's the create a blog for the security audit that's going to take place.
Yes.
So I'm starting that.
Right.
Next week.
Security audit. Thank you so
much. Yeah, I've added that under the project board. Thanks for taking it.
Are there any other things like that? I'm sure there's, I feel like we discussed so much lately in these meetings. I'm sure there's other things. Oh yeah, this,
okay, I have something like this evergreen blog post. Yeah, just saw the blog post. I think it comes under the action items. Yeah, we have to write a blog post on the community meeting. I think Avinash, you were assigned with that. So any updates? Did you follow up with Nigel? I know that Nigel is writing one. So if you have any updates or like, you can reach out to Nigel about any improvements on it. If he wants any help from us with that blog, community meeting blog post. It's a evergreen issue.
Yeah, so I've not reached out as of now, but surely I'll do it today itself. I'll be doing the follow-up. And also there is some things related to editorial calendar. Can you just explain a bit about it? I was not there in the previous meet.
Yeah, so let me take a look. I think that's pretty much documented.
Oh yeah, we were saying that we need some sort of calendar for all of these like regular things that we're dealing with, like the community meeting. So we were talking about it because of the community meeting, which is why your name is on it, Vinesh.
Yes.
Oh, we were discussing who's going to do this next month.
Who's going to treat the...
Who's going to shepherd the community meeting lead to make sure that they get a blog done?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes, that's what I was asking. The blog part. So that's also in the project board. So I just saw the project board and just reminded her also.
So you'd be up for doing that again next month, Avinash?
Yes, I'll do it.
Okay. I don't think we've decided who the leader of that meeting is going to be, but whoever it is.
And also this time, the meeting invite to 6,000 people that Paris sent has to be done by you, Avinash. So that's what Paris was talking about. She did a lot of shepherding this time and she wants that things to be done by you.
Okay.
Are you up for taking on that as well?
Yeah, I'll have a chat with Paris about it and I'll do it.
Yeah.
I feel like we just
Thank you.
created
Thank you
a
for it.
role that maybe we need to document on our repo. Community
Yes.
meeting liaison.
Yes, we will be documenting a lot of things on community meetings. Like as Paris also suggested last time, things happening again. So some things might change at time.
I'm thinking maybe we should document that as a time-based role in our group. Like we can say someone needs to cover it for a month or something like that. I don't know.
Yes, this thing needs to be documented. It's very important also because sometimes people might forget like what is the particular things that needs to be done once it's.
Yeah, as a role with a time component,
Yes.
which will require a PR to the contributor comms repo.
Yeah, to our charter, I think. Yes.
Yeah, to our charter. Avinash, do you feel like you would be comfortable doing that? Talking about like what you're doing so far? Would you like some help with that?
Mm. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do it. If in case I fail somewhere, I'll just give a DM there in the ContribEx.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. That's what we're
Yeah,
here
that will
for.
help. Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Avinash. Really appreciate this.
I think that's it for the like open items.
Did you check through last week's notes for other action items that we had? I tried to bold people's names on action items so that they're easier to find in the notes.
Yes. I did check and we did discuss a lot of things earlier. So, yeah. I think that's it. Like, yes, I had an open item last time, which I could see now on the project board. I think Chris is not there. Let me put it.
There's also the handoff of the official contributor email account, which is an open item, which I'll mention, but Chris is on that. He's not here right now.
Yes. So this is what it is. So this is basically, I saw this card, like article on Michelle Norelli, like putting an impact on production. So this has been written by Bart, and I think Krish has done a copy editing on that. And I think this thing is complete, but has been left like, Matt has also like done the copy editing. I saw this thing like it's not. We could put this blog out if you want now, or we could discard it. That's two things, but I felt very bad while discarding these things because I saw this thing, like a lot of effort has been already given. So we could put this out and get it. But I just wanted to take lead from Chris regarding the updates on this. I don't know what's going on, what was going on at that point of time.
Sorry, what is is it the Michelle Norelli
Yes.
article? Oh yeah, there was so much work put into that. Can't believe that never actually went out. All right, good to know. Yeah, we should definitely try to get that out.
Yes. So let's see.
I was never much involved with that though, so I am not sure what to say about it. Aside from, yes, a lot of work went into that.
So let's just put it for the next week after Chris returns. Let's see. Okay.
Great catch. Thank you. Anybody else notice any open action items that they want to keep track of in our open items area? Which we haven't actually gotten to in this meeting for a while, I feel like, because we've been talking about so many other things.
So the board, I think, like everything else is updated, and some things like everything is in line.
Oh yeah, and we had assigned Pratish to also help you out, Ray, with that security audit blog.
Sounds good.
I wasn't able to do anything this week because
I
I
mean-
also forgot the fact that I had exams from starting from Monday. So
Oh, all good. I mean, Ray's on that and he's not going to start it until next week or later. So I think Ray will probably be able to handle it on his own, but you're just there in case he needs an immediate contact for review or something.
also I had one more small question. So since I have been like switching the YouTube videos from private to public, so so what we used to do, like currently what we have been doing is keeping the description same as the title. So can we make a template where like we can update the title as per the SIGs maybe, like maybe we can add the link to the GitHub, like where the SIG description is present in the YouTube video description. So I mean, the description same as title doesn't make much sense in the YouTube video. So
I know nothing about the YouTube.
The only thing I know about it is all this was done due to lack of contributors. We didn't have much YouTube moderators who put the videos online, and now we have moderators. So if you want to do it, yeah, you're welcome.
All the power to you. We will stand behind you.
Yeah, if you need help with the template, then again, just please ask everyone in YouTube moderation if they really want to do that, because we can create a template which they can copy paste, but still they have to change the word or change a word
yeah.
or two to make that template work. So it's again extra work. So yeah, that's a point. So if all YouTube moderators agree to this, yeah, we are ready to help out. We are ready to give you a template on which you could build a description, beautiful description.
If you need help socializing this idea to the other YouTube moderators and supporting it, we will
I
try
think
to do
they
that.
have a YouTube admins thing that all the YouTube
Right,
admins
at the
present.
rate YouTube admins. Mhm.
Yeah.
So you're basically interested in implementing a process here, right? To make YouTube videos more useful, YouTube video
Yep.
descriptions more useful.
I'll take the reviews, like what other YouTube admins think of this idea, and then maybe I'll move forward with.
Awesome. Let us know how it goes.
So I guess we have last 3 minutes. Yeah, Puneshwar, go ahead.
Yeah, I have something like from that YouTube. It just popped in my head. Like, if you just search on YouTube like Kubernetes, and you have to scroll really, really down to get the Kubernetes channel, like the official channel of Kubernetes, the official page of Kubernetes. Is there any way we can improve the SEO?
A very good question. I have no idea how YouTube SEO
I
works.
Yeah, actually, I have tried that multiple times too. Like if we search for
You have
Kubernetes
to
or
search
even,
Kubernetes channel to get the
yeah, even if
Kubernetes
we
channel.
search Kubernetes channel, it comes into second or third position. So
Right, right.
I'm not sure if YouTube also has some search engine optimization tool or something like that, but yeah, we can surely look into this.
Might be
Good
related to the
idea.
project you're proposing or the process you're proposing to improve the video descriptions. It might be so low partially because the descriptions are not useful right now. I don't know how that works, but possibly. So it might be a good thing for you to look
Yeah,
into as you're trying to socialize this idea.
But you
sure.
would need to
Chris
update
was
the
doing something,
description
I
every
guess.
time.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
The problem is
Chris,
you would need to update the description every time. Every single time
Yeah,
the new video comes out.
that's what.
And
Like it's
in
on the
future, if
YouTube
there's,
admins.
yeah,
If they're prepared to do that, we are ready to help. But then again, at some point of time, few months back, it was only Chris who was maintaining this thing, and it was a lot of work. So that's the thing. And also, one more very important thing about the Kubernetes YouTube channel is most of the viewers are the upstream folks, and really the people from outside who view that, like office hours or community meeting, are viewed more. So that's why we don't have a good channel traffic, which obviously keeps us in the ranking list, low ranking list. Uh, so I think it just the whole process just does the work. So we need to update the videos, and people who wanted help in the near future could find the video. So that's the main priority behind putting all the videos in YouTube. And since it's an open community, so we try to keep it all open and so. So
yeah,
yeah, and
Purneshwar was going to
yes.
say something.
no, like there was doing the thing earlier about its depth. Maybe he can also do for this same thing, but yeah, it would be a drag, I guess. Maybe not something that I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I think the components that go into SEO for the dev site versus for the YouTube channel are going to be very different, because like the way that you improve search engine optimization for a website is just going to be different from a YouTube channel. So related concept, but I think the work to do it will be totally different. I don't know how the YouTube
Right.
section of it works.
I think we can definitely reach out to Pop or either Pop or Raw Code, because they have their YouTube channels, and I mean it's in the top of the list. So I think they can give some insights on this.
And they're super friendly and helpful. So
Yep.
Yes.
if someone wants to reach out to them and see what they say about search engine optimization for YouTube channels, love to know. They would be great people to learn from.
Yeah.
I'm sure
And
the YouTube
also,
admins would be interested.
yes, exactly. That's my first point. Get the YouTube admins interested. Are they
Yeah.
ready to do the work? Then yeah, we are behind you.
Contributor comms does not want the scope creep of owning this, but we're all for someone else doing it, basically.
I think Raw Code is also an YouTube admin. So
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, thanks, Ray, for joining. So yeah, we are 1 minute past the time. So
Thank you everyone again for a wonderful meeting. Enjoyed talking with
yes. Also, any last minute things, if you have, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Could list it.
Oh, there's one more thing that I'm adding to the doc, which is what we discussed last time around needing program management work for the group, which I volunteered to try to take a stab at, but I really don't know anything about PMing. So I wanted to learn a bit about that, but I definitely didn't have time this week. So I'm just noting that it is a thing that we want to do. I feel like we're making great progress there already, though.
Yeah, a lot of work's getting done since last few months. So yeah, great work for the whole Upstream Marketing Council, and we are regularly getting blogs. I was just looking at the frequency that we have been regularly publishing one blog each month. So that's a great
That's amazing.
progress.
Amazing.
Yes, in kids dev. So yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. You all are awesome.
Yes. I think I'm going to stop the recording now.